coming up in this read. What we see taking place, Pisces, is you're getting some kind of opportunity throughout the month of June that someone else feels entitled to. Pisces, we're doing your general read for June 2023. Everything that you need to know you can find in my description box and in my pinned comment below. And please do keep in mind that the roles can be reversed, especially if you're cross-watching. If a part of the message isn't for you, then you just leave it for someone else. And finally, these reads do tend to be more predictive by nature, so definitely do keep an open mind, okay? Right, so what's coming in towards our high vibe Pisces collective, please, for June? Oh, sharing the light priestess. Okay. The universe loves balance, the law of equivalent exchange. Yeah. Pisces, well, specifically our high vibe Pisces collective, you tend to give a lot of yourself, don't you? And you find yourself giving to people and not getting anything in return. Like there is no balance, that there is no equal exchange. So obviously you've had to start using your discernment and figuring out who is worth giving to and who you're needing to stop giving to. The universe loves balance, so you know when you do that and you give everything that you have to someone else, like, yeah, I mean, it could be anything. It could be time, love, money as well for some. And like naturally, because there is no balance in that equation, you might have found that through you doing that, you're actually attracting more bad luck to you. Do you know what I mean? Like it's difficult to find human words to put to it. But yeah, you might have found the whole saying of, oh, no good turn goes unpunished was applicable for you. Do you know what I mean? Because that's what experience had taught you, right? So this is you basically throughout the month of June, finding that balance and realizing that actually the whole no good turn goes unpunished, it only applies when you're doing good turns for people who are parasitic by nature, okay? And it's often those people that will punish you for being a good person, right? And it's not actually anything at all to do with the universe, if that makes sense. It's the fact that, okay, Pisces, I'm just going to say it's the fact that a lot of yous were surrounded by arseholes that were greedy, selfish, jealous, spiteful, envious, and these are the types of people that you were investing yourself into, which isn't healthy. So you found that balance now, or you're striking that balance. It says you're being inspired to break free from the control that someone or something else has had over you. Exactly. No longer being held prisoner by other people's selfishness. You know, you recognizing that you do have a lot to give, and you were giving it to the wrong people, and you're no longer going to be doing that. You're going to be sharing with those who are grateful for your presence in their life. Like it's not you being narcissistic at all. It is you recognizing your worth and your value, and you no longer giving into situations or people where there was no positive reward that came from you giving to those people or those situations. You're not doing it anymore. You've grown a backbone. Yeah, transformation at the bottom of the deck. Exactly, you've grown a backbone. Visions of the star dolphin. Control is an illusion. The laws of nature must not be broken. Transformation is a process. It is a journey of discovery. And sometimes you're at the top, other times you're at the bottom. You're being inspired to welcome the changes as opposed to fighting against them. Yeah. So you see with this combination here, Pisces, it's telling me, look, you can't force people to care. Okay, you cannot force other people to love you, and you can't force others to treat you the way that you should be treated. It is your responsibility to recognize when you're being treated incorrectly and to disconnect and remove yourself from that situation. Okay. You can't control other people. You can only control how you choose to respond to it. And I'm seeing that specifically throughout this month, you're not going to let things just slide the way that you have been prior. Okay. Right. So, with that being said, we are going to start pulling your tarot. And yeah, I think we'll go for a 9-card spread, and we'll just see what comes out for you. It's coming in towards our high vibe Pisces collective, please. High vibe Pisces collective. And please do be patient. There are no immediate results with tarot. Tarot needs to be respected, and it takes time for the messages to come out. If you're looking for any kind of messages that have got deep meaning to them, it takes time for it to come out, okay? All right. Your first card is the Knight of Swords. It's very, very fast. Fast movement, fast communication. 8 of Swords and the 5 of Wands. Shit me. 10 of Wands. Okay, somebody's picking a fight with you here, Pisces. Knight of Swords, 8 of Swords, 5 of Wands, 10 of Wands. Yeah, that's definitely someone's going to try and pick a fight with you. Don't think they're going to be successful, though, for the most part. I'm not seeing that. Because, again, you've recognized what it is that's important to you. Star. Death and rebirth. Okay, right, so zodiac information. You've got Gemini. Let me think. That's Leo. Saturn in Leo with the 5 of Wands. So Gemini, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio. You've got the Page of Wands. It's coming in towards... Okay, right, so I don't know what's going on here. What I'm going to do with this is, I nearly called you Sag then, Pisces. You could be dealing with a Sag. I'm going to read these, how they came out, and then I'm going to put them back in the deck and keep shuffling till I get your full spread, okay? 10 of coins reversed, 7 of coins reversed, Queen of coins reversed. Now, again, take it as it resonates. I don't know what side of the table this energy is coming from, so I'm just going to read it to you. It's up to you how the pieces of the puzzles fit, if they fit at all. You've got someone here, Pisces, where their family, it's like the family situation's falling apart. Okay, 10 of coins in reverse. There's been a massive loss, and with all of these being the pentacle suit, they could well be indicating that there's been a massive loss of finances. There's also been a loss of respect. You have lost a lot of, if not all, respect for a certain individual. Because the truth about who they really are, beyond the facade that they put out to the rest of the world, has come to the forefront for you, okay, basically. You clocked somebody for being a fake, for being a phony, and now the rest of the world is seeing them for being a fake and a phony, okay? It's telling me that their finances has had a huge knock, and that they're no longer able to put up this facade. So, for example, if this was a type of person who ran around in the most expensive car, they had the most expensive house on the street, they were hiring a gardener and a pool boy and a cleaner and a nanny and all of this, and really living the high life, living way beyond their means, it's all come crashing down, okay? Everything about these three reversals, that is someone who is not just hundreds in debt, but you're looking at thousands in debt, okay? Absolute thousands. So they were living a lifestyle that they couldn't possibly afford, and they definitely couldn't keep it going for very long, okay? And then we see that because they put so much emphasis on the wrong things in life, it's like this has hit them really, really hard, okay? They no longer know who they are as an individual because they identified themselves with what it was that they had, rather than identifying themselves with being a decent human being to others, okay? There's also a message about how they stabbed everybody in the back and they betrayed everybody while they were climbing up this imaginary social ladder of theirs. They thought that they were better than everybody else, and again, it's all come crashing down, okay? So again, I don't know who that particular message is for. I don't know how that message is going to tie in with the rest of your read, if it ties in at all. I don't know, okay? I'm just reading the messages. Right, so let me just straighten these out a bit so the overhead camera can get all of them in the frame. Okay, the other cards that came out, Page of Wands, Nine of Swords, and the Knight of Wands, and Eight of Coins and a Five of Cups is the overall energy, with Justice and the Hanged Man underneath that one. Okay, so Libra, Pisces, Scorpio, and Virgo. Justice and the Hanged Man. I'm getting a culture shock, okay, with that particular combination there. So either you or someone that you used to deal with or were dealing with, they've had a culture shock. They've had a huge a wake-up call, a reality check, whatever you want to call it. It may or may not be in connection with that bonus message that we pulled out for you, okay? I mean, it could well be for a lot of yous. Yeah, absolutely. Your Hanged Man is all about being adaptable and going with the flow, and that's why the Hanged Man is your energy, Pisces. You're very good at being adaptable and going with the flow. You're also really good at going the distance as well, which is what a lot of people tend to forget about Pisces. You are actually really, really stubborn individuals. You know, a lot of people are going to laugh at that because they don't think it's true. Well, then they don't know Pisces individuals very well. Okay, Pisces are incredibly stubborn. But Pisces, you've got a major weakness. And you already know about it. It's your emotions. And your emotions, more often than not, are weaponized against you. That's your major, major weakness. That's the only thing that pulls you out of being stubborn. It's the only thing. If something hits an emotional note for you, it stops you from being stubborn immediately. You've got a strong, strong message here, Pisces, about how things are definitely being balanced out and how things are being made right. Okay, now it's not that you're in this victim mentality. It's not about that at all. I'm getting, actually, Pisces, you were victimized by someone, and that is what's being balanced out. Now, the fact that you didn't skip a heartbeat, you didn't waste any time feeling sorry for yourself. Immediately you went to the place of, fuck, okay, this person, I felt so deeply for them. They have betrayed me in this horrific way. What can I do about it? That's the place that you went to. You didn't go to the place of, oh, woe is me, I brought it all on myself, yada yada. Do you know what I mean? You did not go to that place at all. Your head immediately went to the place of, what can I do about it? All right? The Eight of Coins tells me that. And you put how you felt about the situation secondary. So you were being practical. You had to be, or you're going to have to be practical about your situation. Okay, because again, these reads, they do tend to be predictive, as I said. All right, so be practical. Make sure that you're putting yourself as a priority. Now, we do have someone who is feeling sorry for themselves here, Pisces, and I don't feel that it's you guys, because a lot of the people that are attracted to my channel, they do tend to be more self-aware than not. Okay, it's a very high vibe collective. So no, I don't feel that this self-loathing, self-pitying energy is coming from you, Pisces. It's coming from the other person who basically identifies who they are as a person with stuff. The one who's just lost everything. For a lot of yous. You then have the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and the Five of Wands. Now I'm going to start clarifying this because it feels like that person is going to start, they're going to try to pick a fight with you. Okay. You've pulled the shitty end of the stick, basically, when it comes down to someone else. Can you clarify this Five of Wands? What's going on here, please? That's coming in towards Pisces. The Five of Wands. Why is this? Chaos with the Five of Wands here. Thank you. A Page of Wands and a Five of Cups. Yeah. Basically, what we see taking place, Pisces, is you're getting some kind of opportunity throughout the month of June that someone else feels entitled to. They feel like you have replaced them in a lot of ways. Now, again, you can apply that in any area of your life. Okay, your professional life, your romantic life. It's possible, like, you know, if this is romantic, then that's going to be the ex of your partner who feels like you have replaced their position. If this is in your professional life, then it's someone else who is basically putting all of their bets on the fact that they were going to get the promotion. They don't, in fact, get the promotion, and you get it instead. Either way, the energy is telling me you're getting something that someone else is not getting, and they just assumed that they were going to get it, and they don't. And then they're taking out all of their rage. There is pure, total, absolute rage that I'm picking up from these three cards. That is rage. They're ragging on you. Five of Cups. Because you're charging ahead with your life, and they're sitting there acting like a little victim. Now remember, your overall energy was also these two, the Eight of Coins and the Five of Cups. So you're getting this consistency through your read. It's very, very consistent. So with that consistency, Pisces, that tells me that your hateful, rage-induced individual is very, very predictable. And that's their weak spot. Their weakness is their predictability. You can predict their next move. And you can take precautionary steps because of that. Ten of Wands, the Star, and Death and Rebirth. So the way that I read, and I'll switch out camera again so you can see, the card that is central is the Catalyst. Okay, the card that's central is responsible for everything else that's going on around you. Okay, and yours just so happens to be the Star. You're following your wish fulfillment, you're following your dreams, you're keeping the hope. You're literally reaching for the stars. You're healing. You're nurturing yourself. You're taking care of yourself in the way that you deserve to be taken care of. And that's the huge change up that has happened in your energy. It's right next to death and rebirth, which is the same, incidentally, is the same as that one there, the card of transformation. It's the exact same. It's 8th house energy. You've leveled up. You've changed up your game. You're untouchable. And for a lot of you, you're unreachable as well. And that's been purely by design. And so because of your determination to improve your own life, you're getting this hateful energy coming towards you. Now, some of you are definitely dealing with a Sagittarius, or you yourself have got heavy Sagittarius placements in your own chart, because their read came out basically the same. Okay? Like their overall message was the same. 10 of Wands, heavy burden. That's what you're leaving behind. You've recognized that other people's problems, it's not for you to deal with. It's not for you to take on the problems of others. Clarify this, 10 of Wands, please. Some of you could be the family scapegoat as well, and that's what you're leaving behind. Can you clarify the 10 of Wands, please, for Pisces? Thank you. Judgment. Judgment, the card of second chances, the card of you listening to your higher self, the card of you following your true life path, your true spiritual journey. Autonomy. Autonomy. You're not prepared to surrender your own autonomy anymore because you've done it now for long enough. That's kind of been what has been expected of you, to surrender your own autonomy. You're just not doing it anymore. But the thing is, Pisces, what you might find yourself struggling with throughout this month is, well, what are you going to do now? Do you know what I mean? Because a lot of you have become accustomed to having certain other people organize your entire life on your behalf. And then all of a sudden, you're waking up at the moment in the mornings and you're like, shit, what am I going to do first? You know, it's a really bizarre feeling when you recognize that your life was being lived on behalf of others, and then all of a sudden that stops. Is really, really weird. I don't know if we've got any geeks on the channel. I'm hoping so. But it's a lot like 7 of 9. When she realizes that actually she's an autonomous being now, and it's like, fuck. Well, what do I do with that now? Who do I become? You know, and it's that whole journey of being who you were always supposed to be, and the process of that. Again, if you know, you know. For those of you who have been through it, like you'll recognize what it is I'm trying to say, like, immediately. Okay. It's a very unnerving feeling, but it's also a very freeing feeling. You know, it's kind of like walking that tightrope that is 60 miles above solid ground, and there is no safety net underneath you. It feels a lot like that. But it's the bravest and the most exhilarating thing that you could ever do. And for a lot of you, this is the journey that it's showing me. Your journey towards becoming your true self. Page of Wands, 9 of Swords, and then the Knight of Wands. You see how it's very sort of start, stop, start, stop, start, stop, all the way through. because it's like you might have those feelings of self-doubt that creep up on you. Okay, I forgot I was on the wrong camera there. Yeah, we your Nine of Swords, self-doubt. So it's like that exhilarating forward momentum followed by, oh, shit, no, I can't do this. What am I doing? What am I doing? I must be crazy. Do you know what I mean? And then from that to the Knight of Wands, which is that exhilarating momentum forwards, but in more of a mature manner. Do you know what I mean? It's coming out like bipolar energy, and I do apologize for using that turn of phrase, but honestly, I'm trying to describe as best I can the energy that accompanies these cards so that I can read it effectively. Okay. It's an interesting one. Very, very interesting. Can you clarify this Knight of Wands, please? The Nine of Wands, the Hanged Man, and the Emperor. I mean, talk about a mic drop moment for you there, Pisces. Okay? You getting that backbone, you standing up for yourself, saying no, and not having to worry about a further explanation. The word no, that's a full sentence. Your energy with the Hangman, yeah, you've completely turned the tables here. Completely and utterly. And then the Emperor, stepping into your divine power, stepping into your authority. And now, I love that word for you right now, Pisces. Given the context of what we've seen in your read, and then you're ending it with you stepping into your authority. Yeah, I'd call that a mic drop moment, wouldn't you? Absolutely beautiful. Can you have a healing message, please, for our Pisces collective? Pisces collective. Okay. So, for those of you who are interested in crystal healing, then it's suggesting a piece of aquamarine might be beneficial for you at this time. And it says divine life purpose. Trust the signs and your inner guidance, which are leading you to fulfillment. You're heading in the right direction, Pisces. Persevere, keep going, adapt and overcome as and when these difficult situations meet you at the crossroads. Okay. Wow. And then at the bottom of the deck you've got Dolomite. Stay strong in your faith. A positive outcome is dependent on you keeping a positive mindset. Now, I am going to say something here, Pisces, where it says to stay strong in your faith. It is not telling you to stay strong in your faith to anything outside of you. Stay strong in your faith of self. Okay? Right, so to inject a little bit of light-hearted humour into your reads, I'm going to be using the Shitty deck. And I absolutely love this one. I found it on Etsy, and it has become a firm favourite. It says, after every shitstorm, there is a rainbow. And this deck has been really, really on point as well. Right, so you've got two. And your first one says, falling in love when you're lonely is very similar to shopping when you're hungry. You end up with a bunch of shit that you don't need, so make sure that you're fed so you're not filling your soul with a bunch of shit. Yep. So now, like, obviously don't settle for second best. When it comes down to relationships, make sure that your own cup is filled. Okay. So you have to fill your own cup. And then your second one, sometimes you have to act like nothing's wrong. And it's called dealing with shit and being strong enough to take that shit without showing your shit. Interesting. So this is basically spirits telling you, Pisces, like some little shit is going to try and trigger you over the next coming weeks. They're going to try and trigger a negative reaction out of you. Don't show them that you're bothered. Okay? So they're hungry for some kind of reaction from you. And the best thing that you can do to somebody in that situation is to starve them. Okay? Really interesting read. But yeah, that is what I have for you, Pisces. It's up to you what you do with this reading. Please remember that tarot is not a scapegoat for your problems. It is not a crutch. It is a guide, and it should be respected as such. You're the one that's in charge of your destiny. If you feel that you could benefit from a personal reading that is catered more towards your own specific needs, then you can place your booking at phoenixkeiatarot.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.